Pizza che scarola.
Pizza che scarola.
Pizza che scarola.
Pizza che scarola. Welcome to our casa, and today we're making pizza con la Scarola, or pizza with escarole. But before we get started, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell for notifications on future videos. This is the ultimate Neapolitan classic, and this is a little bit of a homage, if you will, to two of our favorite Southern Italian chefs, which are Vito Gnazzo of the great Gattopardo and Mimmo, who has a wonderfully amazing Italian cooking YouTube channel, which you can find in a link in the description box. Francesco is definitely obsessed. He's like Mimmo's #1 fan. Pizza is in the name, so you're going to need a pizza dough, which you can make at home or you can buy at the store. I made this monster a little bit earlier today, but yeah, simple, classic pizza dough, nothing fancy. If you're not familiar with escarole, you can find it in your grocery store. It looks like a head of lettuce. We're gonna use 3 of them today because it is gonna cook down. And just like any leafy green, you can start with an abundance and it ends up being about this big. Escarole is part of the chicory family, so it is a little bit bitter, but once you cook it down with all of these other classic Neapolitan ingredients that we're going to use today, it's gonna be amazing. Our classic Neapolitan ingredients are capers, raisins, anchovies, and galleta olives. We'll also be using 2 cloves of garlic. Prepare our escarole. Like I said before, this is gonna cook down. In a large saute pan, we're gonna heat some olive oil. Add 2 whole cloves of garlic. We're gonna let the garlic cook until it gets a nice golden brown, and then we'll add the other ingredients. So once your garlic is golden, we're going to add in all of those other ingredients. And usually, typically this will also be made with pignoli, pine nuts. I am allergic, once again, but feel free to add them if you'd like. Now we're just waiting for our anchovies to completely dissolve. They'll become a nice little sauce, little liquid form, and then we'll add our Scarola. As Mimmo says, this is a great base for a pasta dish, but we must resist the temptation. And the next step is we're gonna take out those garlic cloves. Now time to add our Scarola. Add a lid to press it down to accelerate the cooking process. About 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes, so I'm gonna give it a little mix. It's gonna take about 25 to 30 minutes to get all of these beautiful greens cooked down. Patience, just keep coming around, giving it a little bit of a stir, getting all those flavors incorporated together, and lid back on. Look at that, cooking down nicely. Now we're gonna cook the remaining time with the lid off so that all that water can be evaporated. All right, after 30 minutes, all the water, most of it anyway, should be evaporated. And the color is gonna be a very nice, dark green, kind of brownish color. Let's turn that flame off completely and let it rest. Oh my God, my child. While the Scarola is resting, time to prep the dough. I have my dough. It's about a full kilo of pizza dough. We are only gonna need about 800 grams, and we're gonna use about 3/4 of that dough as the bottom layer, and then the rest is gonna go on top, just like you would for a pie. So we're gonna take that bottom part of the dough, flatten it out with your hands a bit. If you see that your dough is starting to resist and go back into itself, that's okay. Let it sit for about 5 minutes and then try to work it out again. In an 8-inch cake pan, we're gonna add some olive oil. Make sure you get it in every little crevice on the bottom and on the sides. So we rolled out our pizza dough to about 12 inches, a circle. Gently put it in just like you would with a pie. And we put Scarola in. So for the top piece of the pizza dough, we want about an 8-inch circle, and we're gonna put that right in top. Okay, we're gonna add some olive oil. Mimmo says that you can do an egg wash, but he believes in the olive oil wash. Just gonna rub it all around so it gets nice and golden brown. Now we're gonna poke holes because the steam from the veggies needs to go out. Let's preheat our oven to 400. All right, let's put her in. See you in about 30 minutes. One more step that we have to do, drink some wine. And learn about some wine. You are very excited about this one.
Very excited because, you know, it reminds me of people that I love. Mimmo Corcione, I don't know him personally, but I love him. While Chef Vito Gnazzo, I know him personally and I'm all about him. Okay, the wine we're drinking today is a Sauvignon from Tuscany. You may be wondering why we picked a Sauvignon that is from Tuscany, which is not the region from where this dish is from, but for this dish I think we needed a very important wine, and this Sauvignon is a very important high-end kind of Sauvignon, and we needed a white wine with a huge structure, and this is the case of our Sauvignon. We are in the north of Tuscany, in a location called Gattopardo, which is a section of a comune called Vicchio del Mugello in the province of Florence. We are in the Apennine mountain, 600 meters above the sea level, and really very close to the border with a region of Emilia-Romagna.
Ooh.
Yes. His winemaker Michele Lorenzetti brought vineyards back to this area after more than 100 years. No wine was produced in this territory. The area was dedicated completely to Mezzadria, which is a name coming from the word mezzo, which in Italian means half, mezzadria. It was a contract stipulated between a landowner called padrone and a peasant called the contadino, in which the contadino was living and working the animals and the land, and at the end of the year the landowner was getting half of the crop of the production or the animal and half of the profit for the sale of these product, milk, eggs. So in this case the contadino, the peasant, had a roof on top of his head. He could pass this contract to generation after generation, and the landowner was getting the fruit of the contadino work, splitting the profit and the production. Mezzadria was invented by the Roman and has been a very, very successful contract of leasing the land for many, many years. Michele Lorenzetti, which is a biologist with a major in enology, decided in 2006 to plant the first vine. Of course, his main focus is dedicated to a biodynamic agriculture. The Sauvignon we are drinking today is 80% Sauvignon Blanc, 20% Sauvignon Gris, and this is one of the only 1,000 bottles that has been produced. We want to thank Salvino again and Tradizione Import. Yes! Thank you, Michele Lorenzetti. The name of the cantina is Azienda Agricola Terre di Giotto. Let's pour it! All right, one more thing before we pour. This wine is unfiltered. It's not treated in any ways.
Okay, cheers.
Oh, sorry.
Let's take out our souffle. I mean, pizza.
Okay.
This turned out huge.
I love it.
Are you loving it?
I love it. I do like Mimmo. Now I do like Mimmo.
Yeah.
No complaints.
No. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on future videos. And thank you, Mimmo. Thank you, Vito. We wouldn't be here without you.
We love you.